Welcome back to the STS Biology Review Pod, a podcast for mastering your AP Biology course. I'm Leslie from Seattle Tutoring Services, and in this episode, we're going to start at the very foundation of life itself. I'm talking about the elements that make up every single organism on Earth. We'll thoroughly cover three big ideas: the importance of elements in biology, which elements really matter, and trace elements. While small in amount, trace elements do make a major difference. Today, we're diving straight into the building blocks of life, the elements that make up our cells, our organs, and ultimately, us. So, get ready. By the end of this episode, you'll understand which elements matter most to life, why they matter, and the outsized roles even the tiniest ones play in keeping living things alive. First off, what is an element? If we go back to our chemistry roots, elements are the fundamental substances that make up all matter. You'll find them on the periodic table, each one in a pure chemical form, like oxygen, gold, or carbon. But when it comes to biology, elements are more than just names and symbols. They form the foundation of all organisms. Think of them as the basic building blocks for all the molecules, proteins, DNA, fats, and sugars. The big four elements that are absolutely essential for all forms of life include carbon, hydrogen, oxygen, and nitrogen. Let's break down each one. Carbon forms the backbone of all organic molecules. Why? Because of its tetravalence. It can form bonds with up to 4 other atoms, making it incredibly versatile. This flexibility means carbon forms the chains and rings that shape these 4 molecules: carbohydrates, which store energy and create cell structures; lipids, which stockpile energy and make up cell membranes; proteins, acting as enzymes and the main structural pieces of cells; and nucleic acids, like DNA and RNA, where our genetic information is coded and read. Hydrogen is the most abundant element in living systems, and for good reason. It's a core component of water, which is not only the solvent of life, but has unique properties thanks to hydrogen's polar nature. In biological systems, hydrogen does the following. Water's polarity allows it to dissolve almost anything life needs. It helps regulate the pH inside and outside of cells. It forms hydrogen bonds, which shapes the structures of proteins and DNA. Next is oxygen. It's crucial for cellular respiration, the process your cells use to turn food into usable energy. Oxygen also forms part of water, the universal solvent. It drives oxidation reactions inside your cells, powering metabolism. Finally, it's structurally critical in many biomolecules, helping stabilize and define shapes. On to nitrogen. It's vital for growth and genetics. Nitrogen plays a key role in growth, repair, and inheritance. Nitrogen is found in every amino acid, the building blocks of proteins, and every nucleic acid, the backbone of DNA and RNA. But life can't always use nitrogen directly from the air. Instead, it has to be fixed by bacteria, a reminder of the importance of the nitrogen cycle, where nitrogen is made useful, recycled, and made available to living things. This cycle impacts everything from how fast forests grow to how sustainable an ecosystem is. Now, while the big four do the heavy lifting, they're far from alone. There are several other elements that step in to execute specialized, essential roles. Phosphorus is key to cell energy management. Without phosphorus, life has no way of storing and transferring the energy it needs. Think ATP and ADP. These are the rechargeable batteries of the cell, and each one relies on phosphorus. Phosphorus also forms part of the backbone of DNA and RNA, giving genetic material its structure. It serves in phospholipids, which are the main component of every cell membrane. Phosphorus is part of important signaling molecules that help cells communicate and respond to their environment. Sulfur makes fewer headlines, but it's crucial, especially in proteins. It shows up in the amino acids cysteine and methionine 9 and helps create disulfide bonds, which put the final touches on protein folding and stability. If proteins are machines, sulfur is like the nuts and bolts holding some of their parts together. It's also part of coenzyme A major player in metabolism, and appears in other essential enzyme helpers. Lastly, let's spotlight trace elements. These are needed in minuscule amounts, but without them, life falls apart. Iron is critical for transporting oxygen and hemoglobin and running cell respiration through compounds called cytochromes. Magnesium is lodged at the heart of every chlorophyll molecule in plants, making photosynthesis and food chains possible. It's also a helper for enzymes managing everything from DNA replication to muscle contractions. Zinc shapes enzymes and helps with gene regulation. It's crucial for your immune system and wound healing. And iodine is the linchpin for making thyroid hormones, which set the pace of your metabolism and help with growth and development. Even though these elements are only present in trace amounts, they serve as keys to unlock essential processes throughout the body. So, there you have it, the essential elements of life. We started with the basics, what elements are, why your body needs them, and how just a handful, especially the big four, allow for the complexity and wonder of the living world. We also took a peek at some of the lesser-known elements that keep metabolism running, proteins folding, and cells communicating. Next episode, we'll look at how exactly these elements join forces by forming chemical bonds and combining into the complex molecules that make up life as we know it. Until then, thanks for listening to the STS Biology Review Pod. Keep asking questions, keep exploring, and remember, the universe in you is made possible by a tiny handful of elements. Quick reminder, if you want extra help acing AP Bio, join our weekly interactive review sessions. It's $65 per person, but if you organize a group with friends, it's just half price each. The Calendly sign-up link is in the show notes, or go to seattletutoringservices.com or text 206-999-0666 to register.